Making a backrest upholstery piece for a motorcycle, and what I've done is just taken a template and drawn it out and I put it on a piece of wood thus far. Okay, so I've got my cardboard template right here. This is the backrest for a motorcycle, cardboard template, and I've cut my wooden template out of a small piece of flooring. But you could easily do this on the back of a chair, on the bottom of a chair, with similar results. Any size wood or foundation that you're going to use, and we'll just show you how to cover it. Pick some type of padding. I've got some foam padding that I can cut out of. It's pretty thick, and then I've got a thinner piece of like a mat that the dog's chewed up that I can cut out and make some padding for that as well. Then the upholstery itself. If you're going to make a bigger piece of upholstery, you would use these little fingers. You would cut fingers in it so you could stretch it around like the corners of a chair. But this is going to be so small, and this little space around here is going to be covered up by the frame, so I should just be able to tack it straight to it. I won't need the fingers. And again, if you're doing a tighter turn, you'll need probably smaller fingers and maybe longer fingers or whatever. I got this at Joann's. This is indoor outdoor upholstery for like if you're going to recover patio furniture or something like that. But very reasonable, cheap to do. A Harbor Freight nail gun, little staple gun. I think it's like 25 bucks, and the staples to go with it. That's all you need for this project. Maybe a box cutter and a Sharpie. Other than that, we'll get started. So I've decided to go with the bigger piece of foam. I may have to cut it down. I'm going to now trace the upholstery, the material, over the foundation there. One side doesn't need the cushion because it'll be to the frame, but it does need to be covered, and then the other side will need the cushion because your back will be against it. Now I put the frame over the piece of upholstery so that on the border there I knew I could put staples without them showing. We're going to loosely cut something about this size. Then we'll put the cushion on the opposite side in between these two. We'll stretch this back around. So this is the piece as you're looking at it from the rear of the motorcycle. And now we're going to cut the main piece. It'll have to be a good bit wider so that once you put the cushion on, so you're gonna, it's gonna be a good bit wider, then we can trim it after that. Again, this part with the staples will be covered up by the frame. Okay, this is the finished product. Right here, staples going around the edges, and front side looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. You'll still be able to see a few of the staples on the back side of the frame if you were looking at it and it was pointed out to you in detail, but you couldn't see it unless it was pointed out. Something like a chair would not be recognizable. Much easier project because it's bigger and move stuff around, but you just keep trimming and keep more staples. You can do this with a regular stapler, but this air gun stapler makes it much easier. So here's the finished product. I'm fairly pleased with it. Like I said, you can see some of the staples from the back, but on a normal cushion of a seat or something, this is mainly an instruction on how to do a normal seat. This is kind of an oddball thing, but you just pull and tug and keep stapling, and I'll turn it over. You can see some of the staples, so it's not perfect. I put 2 screws in there, and then but again, nobody would notice that unless you pointed it out. And this is the finished product.